Hello, my name's Rich Peppiott and welcome to The Spike, where each episode I'll be taking an Oscar-worthy turd on the red carpet of news. Now, if you're watching this, there's a very good chance you're alive. You've got to be careful. Life can kill you. That's right, a Daily Mail investigation has uncovered that the very act of living can prove fatal, and if you continue to exist, you almost certainly will die. Potentially deadly activities include eating, drinking and breathing. So if you are a Daily Mail reader, we urge you to stop doing all three immediately. Britain's national debt currently looks like this, which is like a trillion or a zillion or a Barclays bonus pot or something. But don't worry, our ever-vigilant tabloid press have found someone we can blame. Introducing Mum of 11 Heather Frost from Gloucestershire, or as the Metro like to call her, clown car womb mother. And held aloft as a poster girl for the scrounging class, cynically pumping out sprogs in a calculated attempt to mug off the hard-pressed British taxpayer. There were headlines like this in The Sun, who would never do anything to rip off the British taxpayer, unless you count News International's use of offshore subsidiaries to avoid paying UK tax. And then there's the Daily Mail, owned by multi-millionaire tax exile Lord Rothermere. The Daily Express was so keen to shame Heather and her single-handed assault on the British taxpayer, they splashed on her story 2 days running. If Heather wants to complain, she can always write to the Daily Express at their registered address in Luxembourg. Corporation tax 1%. Having made their mum public enemy number one, Daily Mail columnist Amanda Patel feigned a dribble of compassion for the kids. It's not just the financial burden of supporting this feckless woman that is so outrageous, it is the inestimable damage being inflicted upon her children. Right you are, Amanda. Let's all think about the kids by arming the playground bullies with an arsenal of mum jokes large enough to haunt her children's children. Your mum's got a womb like a clown's car. Now, in a link neater than an obsessive-compulsive sock drawer, we move from a family of 12 to an erstwhile jury of 12 in the trial of Vicky Pryce, the erstwhile wife of erstwhile Lib Dem MP Chris Huhne. What's the matter? I like the word erstwhile. The jury was dismissed last week after declaring they were unlikely to reach a verdict. In an article that would make a London cabbie cringe, the Daily Mail believed they'd unearthed the reason for this jury's indecision. Of the 8 women and 4 men on the Vicky Pryce jury, only 2 were white. The rest appeared to be of Afro-Caribbean or Asian origin. At least twice, the court finished 30 minutes early because a jury member had a religious observance to keep. Women, Asians, black people on juries? Next thing you know, we'll be letting them vote. But that wasn't the jury's only offence. Many of the jurors were dressed casually and none of the men wore a shirt and tie. Not wearing ties? Whatever happened to proper juries like this? The Pryce jury had left the judge stunned after asking whether they can come to conclusions without evidence or speculate on things beyond their knowledge. The mistrial is estimated to have cost £5 million, but on the upside, a number of the jurors have been offered jobs as reporters at the Daily Star. Since the restraining order, the only way I've been able to see Kelly Brook in her underwear is via the Mail Online and stories such as this. First holiday as a single lady. A sullen Kelly Brook shows off incredible physique as she sunbathes alone in emerald bikini. But then, a week later on the Mail Online, I saw this. Kelly Brook gains £10 as she comfort eats after split from rugby player beau Tom Evans. Make up your mind, Daily Mail. Stunning, chunker, 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 all with just a slight movement of the arm. Can't wait for the fitness DVD. This week's Sun on Sunday led with the world exclusive that a man who spent 25 years being punched in the head may say stupid things, especially when bankrupt and you dangle £1 million in front of him. This is the story that the News of the World's infamous fake sheik Mazir Mahmood is back and still aiming his punches below the belt. His victim was former heavyweight boxer Herbie Hyde, who was captured on video offering to throw a world title bout for £1 million, despite now being 41, and not being in contention for a world title fight, and not even being in possession of a boxing licence. In fact, he's about as close to a world title bout as I am. Hyde's biggest crime, as has been that of many fake sheik victims before him, is one of giving it the big 'un. Take the claim the former boxer peddles cocaine. Except Herbie has never seen handling cocaine or even being in the same room as cocaine. Mazir asked for coke, Herbie knew a guy. That doesn't make you a drug dealer, that makes you a bloke who knows a drug dealer. How will you dangle £1 million in front of me? I'll fly to Colombia myself, make the cocaine from scratch, shove it up my arse, fly it back to you, and I'll do it for a darn sight cheaper than £100 a gram. Of course, our tabloids love to take an absolute dud of a story and turn it into front page news, which brings us to an occasional feature we like to call Going Big On Bollocks. In at number 3 is the Daily Star and the shock revelation that Rihanna was bottled in the street. Bottled? Ugh, sounds awful. I suppose the story is only slightly undermined by the fact the bottle was plastic, it didn't actually hit her, and she just fell over and grazed her knee. So technically she didn't get bottled at all. More like kneecapped, I'd say. In at number 2 is the Daily Star again, with this front page. Queen eats horse. There she is, look at her. About to move in for the kill. Mercifully, they stopped short at showing Her Majesty gnawing on one of the horse's hind legs. Here's the Daily Star's logic. A company that supplies food to Ascot races gets caught up in the horse meat scandal. The Queen attends the Ascot races, ergo, the Queen ate a horse. And in at number 1, this from the Daily Mail. Booker Prize winner's venomous attack on Kate. A plastic princess designed to breed. This is the story that novelist Hilary Mantel gave a speech in which she denigrated our dear Duchess for being a personality-free, glorified clothes horse. Except of course she didn't. She denigrated the media for reducing her to a personality-free, glorified clothes horse. My name's Rich Peppiott, you've been watching The Spike, and I leave you with the quite beautifully poised words of Hilary Mantel as she meant them to be received. Unpolluted, undiluted, and untouched by newsprint.
I saw Kate becoming a jointed doll on which certain rags are hung. In those days, she was just a shop window mannequin with no personality of her own, entirely defined by what she wore. And these days, as a mother-to-be, she's draped in another set of threadbare attributions. Once she gets over being sick, the press will decide she's radiant. And they will find that this young woman's life, till now, her only point and purpose being to give birth. Diana was spared at least the prospect of growing old under the flashbulbs, a crime for which the media would have made her suffer. I'm not asking for censorship. I'm not asking for pious humbug or smarmy reverence. I'm asking us to back off and not be brutes.